A deadly plane crash today near Yulee. We want to take a look at this map right here. It shows you where the plane went down. That's on Blackrock Road. That is just north of State Road 200. We know investigators have been on the scene for several hours. Also, our Zach Wilcox is live near the side of that plane crash. And Zach, that plane crash was very close to some homes.
Yeah, Jeannie, I wanted to show you just how close it was to a line of homes here along Blackrock Road. So you can see over my left shoulder where the investigation's going on. There are still a handful of investigators here. It's taped off. You can even see pieces of the plane in this wooded area. And then just right next to it, a whole line of houses. I mean, dozens of homes right in there. And there's just this small wooded area where that plane happened to come down. And now we still don't have a ton of details as to what exactly went wrong up in the skies above Yulee today, but we do know from NTSB that this pilot was traveling from Clearwater, trying to go to the Fernandina Beach Airport, which is right here, about 5 miles away from here. And you're taking a look at some photos that we got from a homeowner who mentioned that her fence caught on fire after the plane crashed just because of how close the flames were to her home. And several people told us that around 9:30 when this happened that the weather was not great. And in fact, right after the plane landed, it poured and it seemed to put those flames out really fast. And we talked with one homeowner who was about 4 houses away from where the crash happened, just about what their experience was like this morning being so close to all of this.
It sounded unusual. It was kind of a high rev sound to it. And I jumped out and looked out our back door and I saw billowing black smoke. If they'd been over a few hundred feet, we would have been somewhere within that hit zone.
So they have reopened Blackrock Road, which was closed down for several hours this morning, but investigators are still working on trying to go through radar. They're trying to go through weather reports and all kinds of air traffic control reports. They're still on scene here, and they mentioned it's not until they do all of that, NTSB, a spokesperson, told me after all of that is when they will remove the plane from this area. In Yulee, Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, on your side.